I'm Randall Burg with Amazing Yacht Rescue. Today, we're going to salvage this 105-foot Mangusta, which is behind me. I'm going to turn the camera around. Wow, look at that. It's got water jet drives, massive engines, needs a complete and total restoration. So we're going to go all through the systems and bring it back to life. There's Captain Hans, look at that, and the crew. So here's just some of the components we're going through. Here's a toilet,
for 500 to 1,000.
blowers, AC, heat exchanger, all kinds of stuff. We're going to go to the boat and show you piece by piece what it needs and what we've done. So we're in the cockpit, and you can see it's got really nice teak. The opening here is for a hot tub. It's all plumbed and ready to go. We've ordered a brand new hot tub for it because the other one went kaput. And it's got some nice umbrellas here, some seating set up, and this is going to be an absolutely gorgeous boat when we finish bringing it all together. Let's go take a look inside. So this is the cockpit. As you can see, it's a massive covered cockpit. Seats, what, 20 people? The woodwork is spectacular, typical Italian. And you can see going over here to the helm, it's like a spaceship. We have to still check out a lot of the equipment, a lot of electronics. We've only fired up a few pieces. And we need a little isinglass and some seal from the weather. But overall, it's not bad condition. We're going to recondition a lot of the wood with veneer. As you can see, there's some sun damage and rain damage, but that's no big deal. Look at this big space. It'll be wonderful. So the Mangusta is the highest quality Italian interior. You can see all the burled woods, special woods. Amazing everywhere you look. Look at the fit and finish of this couch. Can't imagine what it'll cost to recreate it. It's great windows, super nice hardware. This is a wonderful room. Walking through it, look at this marble top. Wow. So the forward downstairs cabins are still a work in progress. There's some paneling that has to be redone. We found some leaks. This is one of the bathrooms. It's in pretty good shape.
Yeah, I pulled the tile, and then it's waiting for a tile for it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And this forward cabin.
so you're coming? Essentially, this one is kind of set. I need to get the panel for that one back from the upholstery guy. So you know the panel, put the two panels over there.
So that panel needs to be replaced. There's a leak on top. Let me walk towards
Our
it.
leak is done. It's fixed.
Yeah, we fixed the leak, but now we've got to finish the job. That's part of Yacht Rescue, what we do here. But this will all be cleaned up with new paneling. And it's a wonderful master cabin.
VIP. This is a smaller.
This is a smaller cabin.
Yeah, this is a VIP.
Oh, this is the VIP. Holy smoke, look at this. Marble floors, marble counters. Yep. So we're heading aft where the actual master cabin is, but they got some guest quarters here too. This is one of the guest quarters. And it's a big queen, walk around queen.
Full bathroom.
Full bathroom. And here's the other one. It's full of stuff, but there weren't any real issues in here, not too many.
Oh, no, the air conditioners, both units are both, but also I'm still working on that. But to show the wrist,
And it's got a nice bathroom here.
bathroom and shower and everything else.
Again, this amazing marble counters. But going
And now you
sternwise,
get to the master.
this is the master. Yep. More marble counters. Great paneling, typical Italian. Wonderful bed. Great visibility. Walk-in closet.
It's not the one, it's the storage. But
Never mind. Say that.
had to take all the curtains down. We rewatched them and we got them straightened out and set back. These ones worked fine. The upstairs ones fell apart. They didn't.
Yeah, so all the soft goods had to go through. Curtains, cushions, carpets all had to be cleaned. The boat just been sitting too long and just needed some love. So we're working on some plumbing here, so the grading is up.
Plumbing.
But it's got a nice bathroom. Again, amazing accoutrements for this Mangusta 105.
Heating up those.
So tell me what's going on with the tanks.
The tanks had to be completely laminated, and so they've been going through that. We're having issues with water leakage. Luckily from somewhere from inside the boat, normal stuff, but we had to trace all that and keep it away so they can laminate those tanks from the inside.
So how many tanks were there you had to work
12.
on? 12 tanks in this boat. Fiberglass to the bottom.
Yep. So that's what's going on, and that's finally taking place. It's a waiting game, waiting for it to dry, getting it wet, but it should be in the last
They
phase.
refiberglass the tanks. They're just waiting for it all to dry so they can repressurize it. You can see the galley's getting a little love also. Lots of equipment is being replaced and upgraded. Air conditioners, what's the state of the air conditioners?
Air conditioners are, there's 17 handlers on the boat. We are now at 9 or 10 of them are working.
10 air conditioners on this boat.
10 handlers in different rooms.
10 handlers.
Two chillers that we got to work, and now we are going through the handlers and see which ones we can fix. We fixed about 4 of them this week, so now we're getting more air in everywhere. Air's been working, but badly.
So you saw there's an immense amount of machinery that's being worked on here. Air conditioners, coolers, fuel tanks, water tanks, floors, panelings, and that's just the beginning of the love this boat is getting.
Hooked up.
So this is a crew quarters, and it's a work in motion. There were some leaks. They had to remove the bathrooms. They had to seal a bunch of stuff. And again, it's in progress. So I can shut this door, and you can see everything's piled up in here. But they've made a tremendous amount of progress in fixing the leaks and sealing the boat properly and getting the chargers and electrical systems working. Here's another crew quarters. They're working in here. Captain's quarters. And you can see there's stuff everywhere. The bilges are open. They're working on them. This room, you can't see it, but there's some paneling in here and some leaks. They fixed that. So we're in the engine room, and you can see parts for the generators. There's 2 big generators. They were both taken apart. They were both brought up piece by piece to an 18-inch access hatch, completely restored. New parts have come in. Here's a crankshaft. Here's a camshaft. Here's some more of them here. So we're in the process of doing these 2 massive generators. Captain, tell me what you think.
It's kind of coming together. It's been a long time, but now it's getting closer to the end, and we need the generator power to do other testing on other systems. As you can see, there's a blinking light right there at overload light, and that's because of the harbor is not collecting. So there's a red light right there. Blinks once in a while.
Yeah, I see that.
That one means that we have adequate but not adequate power from the shore. And I can't do anything about that. As soon as we get this going, we get more power and we can test more systems.
Yeah. So you've got an Atlas converter here, and you've got a whole power system. You also have a bunch of computers, the engine computers, and they had some issues that had to be addressed. And there's also the jet drives have their computer, that had to be addressed. Jet hydraulic systems had to be reworked.
Water makers, not the water maker yet, but the water pumps, they all, as we start using it, they all need to be refit and redone, and exhaust systems and everything else.
I'm going to kind of sweep through here. I see the water maker in the back there. I don't know if it's coming in here.
Yeah, that's the water
Massive water maker.
Underneath it, there's 3 air conditioning chillers that we are in the process of. Oh no, not air conditioning chillers. Refrigeration compressors that are working all the refrigerators, and we need to replace those. They aren't working, so we're in the process of taking them out and putting new ones in.
And in order to test the engines, the fuel tanks for leaking, they brought in a portable fuel tank.
2 of them.
To get the engines running, and after about 2 years of not running, they turned over fine. They had them very slowly, checked everything out, injectors seemed to be good, and we were absolutely amazed at that. Here's another fuel tank. So this has been quite a project. It's a complicated boat, but Hans is doing a spectacular job at it. We're going to move towards the stern now to the MTU computers. Some boards had to be replaced. You can see the new exhaust system, big piece of stainless on both engines. And we've got a hydraulic system in here and just the exhaust system. So we're going through everything, and Hans is doing a spectacular job of it.
Thank you. Oh, it takes time, and it can be done. The problem is that it can be all ripped apart at the same time, so we have to kind of work.
Yeah.
Time is an essence, and we want to get it done fast and still not kill the budget in the process. That's what it's about.
So this is a passerelle. Many yacht owners don't use their passerelle. It's basically a hydraulic boarding ladder, so you can drop anchor away from the dock, lock your anchors in place, throw line to shore, and then a hydraulic ladder extends out the back. But they're problematic. But Hans again took care of it.
Yeah, that's what it's about. It's about finding a problem. The nice thing about this specific one also it's also a crane for your davit. So you actually pull this out and you lift your dinghy, your tender up, and you push it into the garage. So we have to have it work either way, and it's about using it.
Where is that guy? He's around here someplace. There he is.
There you are.
Can't get him the same day.
Okay,
There he
you
is.
got it on the way. So it's all complicated, small little details, but they need to be found and fixed.
Yep.
And it can be all taken care of. It's just about looking for everything.
That's why we're Amazing Yacht Rescue. So one more time, this is the galley. It will be stellar, but everything is being gone through and get this boat ready to make the owners happy. Say that again.
So the issue with scratching the bottom of the boat, and that when they did hit that, the tanks are right next to them, so it made a crack in the tank. At that point, but it hit it in the back end of the tank. We laminated all the tanks on the bottom, and it was all the way across through. But what we couldn't find was a crack going in the back wall of the tank in the back, because there was coming water in the tanks, and that was coming from the actual rainwater and different kind of water systems leaking in the boat. So it was filling the back of the boat and going backwards into the tank. Now, finally, we found it a couple of weeks ago. And now we could keep it dry enough to laminate properly. Sometimes a few times we had to take laminate out because it didn't cure properly. And that's because the moisture just kept coming in. And now we are at the process of the tanks are sealed, and I'm confident that it's not salt water. We already tested that it's not the salt water, it's rainwater. Problem of course being here is brackish water too, so you can't really determine that all the time, but I'm 100% sure now that it didn't come from the ocean.
So that's kind of the story of the water tanks, but there's a story of the fuel tanks. So the fuel tanks have been worked on for a while. Supposedly they were sealed. So we put about 500 gallons in them to pressure test them. It's fine, no leaks. But we put another 500 gallons in. It's leaking. So we had to pump all that fuel out, 1,000 gallons of diesel, scrape and clean each tank so we can seal it. Clean the bottom and steam clean it so it wouldn't get in the harbor, and store the fuel someplace. And as used fuel, we had to sell the used fuel to somebody because it was $4 or $5 or $6 a gallon, 1,000 gallons at $6,000. We got to recoup some costs there. That's just yacht rescue. That's what we do. Randall Burg. Thank you.